Cooper Lodge Shelter. Yep, that's basically it. Has this door that, as the wind blows, the door opens and closes like it's possessed, and makes wonderful noises like that all night long if you don't put a brick under it, because not the only way to lock it. It's from the outside. But since I'm the last hiker out, I will lock it. But you got some tenting platforms up there, water's down there, some hammocking or other areas that way, and the privy is, halfway up to the summit, which was definitely a climb. My feet are not happy feet. Last 2 days of walking around with wet socks and just the soft foot and these boots rubbing has made a whole lot of unhappy going on in my feet. So it's a 10-mile day to get to Killington. May get a hotel room there and just take the shoes and socks off and rest up. Depending on how my feet feel, I may just zero there tomorrow. Just letting them dry out and air out and shoes get dry. Predicting more rain on Friday, so it's kind of haven't lost the war yet, but I'm losing all sorts of battles left and right. A lot of down today, so we're currently up here in the clouds. Had a really awesome view looking out of the shelter last night around 9:30. All right, this is 9:30. This is way past dark, and I could still see on the horizon to the west the sun's glowing, dark red and purple colors after the sun had already went down. And we all was all trying to get awesome pictures of it, from our sleeping bags out of the cabin, but none of those pictures really came through to capture the awesomeness of seeing. It should be nighttime, but we can still see the last remaining minute of sunshine, even after the sun's down over the horizon. So that was just cool, and that was because we were pretty much at the top of a mountain with an unobstructed view. So that was cool. I took a little bit of a tumble going down the hill yesterday morning, and it kind of, I don't want to say ruined my day, but it definitely made the rest of the morning unenjoyable. I didn't hurt anything major. I might have a wallet-shaped bruise on the on my backside, but it was just kind of a feet slipped out and went to the left, and my body went off to the right, and I shot my right arm out to catch me from falling, which, I mean, it's like, okay. Now, Mark, you told me about your experience on Katahdin, and that has just, like, I know that can happen, and I really don't want to shatter my wrist, you know, with less than 500 miles to go. But on the same hand, you know, I don't want my head to bounce off a rock and crack open like an egg. So if I have to sacrifice a wrist to save the head, you know, that might be what I do. But I try to keep telling myself, like, you know, just let yourself fall. Don't try to catch yourself. But I still keep trying to catch myself, and I do for the most part. But yesterday, when I braced and caught myself with my right arm, boy, that sent a shock up through my shoulder that I felt for a while. Okay, paths here. We go this way. But it straightened itself out. It was okay. My right shoulder's not hurting any more than it usually does. Now, it was supposed to be raining this morning, which it lightly drizzled, just lightly drizzled. But my phone, when I checked it yesterday getting into that shelter, said it would rain like 6, 7, 8 a.m. I'm like, I do not want to take my hammock down and, you know, pack up in the rain. So I stayed in the shelter last night, which there was plenty of room. Stayed in the shelter. And when I'm, you know, scooting into my sleeping bag, I'm, you know, scooting along my bottom, and I roll onto the right hip to, you know, pull off my shoes. And I'm like, ow, why does that hurt? And then, you know, it kind of thought back to, you know, 12 hours earlier. Idiot, because you fell and you landed on that part of your body. So, yeah, like I said, it's probably just a bruise. In the shape of a wallet. You know, on my backside. But it's all good. It's all good. And yeah. Oh, really? Does the sun want to come out now? And it's kind of chilly too with this wind blowing. I'm in my rain jacket zipped up, and my nose is still trying to do its little thing. So if that sun comes out, it ought to get nice and warm and toasty, but this is a good hiking temperature. Today we have a lot of descents. We have maybe a little 100 foot up that, you know, probably won't even notice, and then there's and then farther down, of course, and then later on about a 500 foot rise in elevation, but it's over the course of almost 2 miles. So again, probably won't even notice it. So alright. use my other pole here to work my way down, and I'll set up my head strap here later today and do another question from subscribers, walk and talk. Alright, let me talk a minute or two about yesterday, because it was kind of a special day for me. It was day 140 since I've been on the trail, and that's kind of a special number because it is twice of 70. And on day 70, you know, that was my worst day on the trail. So I've been out here twice as long now, and you know, it's really different. When I started the trail, I pretty much knew, you know, I wasn't setting myself up to fail, but I was setting myself up to break. You know, I lit the fuse, I turned on the self-destruct. I knew I was going to break at some point. I just didn't know when. And day 70 hit. It hit hard. And that's when I knew. It's like, boom, here's the bottom. And when you break apart like that, you know, and you sit there and you're picking up all the pieces, you see what you're made of. And it'd be easy, way too easy, to put those pieces, you know, back the same way. So when you're sitting there, you get all these pieces spread out. You know, you can put yourself back together the way you want to be put back together, or the way you need to be put back together. And be better for it. So, you know, 70 days of breaking myself down. Second set of 70 days putting myself back together. And And you know, it's still a work in progress. Okay, so according to AWOL for this year, this road out here with the fast moving vehicles is US Route 4, and that is mile marker 1700.8. So kind of excited for 1700 miles and walked a mile past it. But yeah, I was looking at this little thing. I'm like, wait, we actually passed Route 4. We're gonna go a mile, and the long trail is gonna keep going north, but we're gonna turn east. And this is all Killington down here, so we're walking above and beyond Killington, past Gifford Wood State Park, and there's an inn there. Then we'll try to get a room tonight. So, yeah, that's the plan. Let's see if I can stick to it for 4 miles. This is something I wasn't expecting to do today.
So the idea is pull across your body.
Pull across?
Yep, across your body. Keep the blade straight. We don't have to push down on it. Keep it straight this way.
Okay.
So I'm going to go that way.
Stand on the side. Right.
Yeah, that's fine if you're left-handed especially. And we'll tip it down a little bit like this, so it'll drop out as soon as we do the other cut. Does that make sense? So we'll pull only. And try to use your legs as much as you can. Pull down. Just leave it level. Okay. Use the legs now. Okay, we'll stop there before we go through. Do the other cut. Alright, here we'll tip that over this way a little bit so it'll drop out.
Okay, so kind of sawing down at it.
Yeah. Don't have to do it much. Ready?
Oh, those bugs.
Yeah. Perils of stopping.
Tricks of the trade right there.
One of them, yeah. So make sure it doesn't go through. That's why we use aluminum, so it doesn't hurt the saw.
So that's what we're trying not to do?
Well, as soon as we get this down, it'll release. So hold on to that handle and keep it from rattling over into the... Bending doesn't hurt, but rocks do. Got it?
Yep, got it.
Get onto my camera first.
Oh,
I think that works.
alright.
So, I got one more to get up there, but I'm going to let you get on down the trail. Thanks for your help.
No problem.
Let's get a cover on this thing.
Mind if I ask you a few questions while I got my little camera running over there?
You know?
I guess you're for the
Up like this.
you work for the Green Mountain Club. Sorry.
Yep. Killington.
Killington section. And how long you been doing trail maintenance?
Almost 25 years.
Awesome. And the through hikers, thank you. Without y'all's work, it would be a very different trail.
Well, I trust you do the same when you get back. Most people do, you know. The through hikers. Here, you're gonna need more. Let me put this down. I got my pants on. I'm getting nailed as badly.
And a little bit about your Killington section. How many volunteers are there for y'all? How big's y'all's club? And
Active ones, we've got my wife's the editor for the newsletter, and I think we mail out like over 200 memberships. But as far as active members, people that lead hikes and do stuff like this, there's probably about a dozen of us. You know, that just do it routinely.
yeah, for how many miles? Y'all do the entire long trail, correct?
We do from
The Killington section. So.
yeah, which goes from Route 140 down by Wallingford north to Tucker Johnson, that'll be 2/10 of a mile past where you go off to the right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Or you're almost the main junction.
Yeah, it's just a mile up from that little road back there.
Yeah.
That little road that US 4 with, you know, the 90-mile-an-hour traffic going up and down.
It's not friendly. I'm glad they didn't split the trail. You know, strategically it would have been stupid to have, you know, the AT going off to the east and crossing in two places on the highway, so that was smart to do it after they crossed the road throughout.
Yeah. Now you got the LT crossing here and the AT crossing there. Yeah, no, that would have been not too wise.
You'll see our water bars up there too. We just cleaned those out.
Alright. Oh my goodness. These little bugs. What? Now these aren't black flies, right?
No, those are mosquitoes.
Well, not mosquitoes, but these little guys will form with land. But I just call them biting flies.
Well, those are black flies.
Oh,
the little tiny guys, yeah.
Those little guys?
Yeah, that's a black fly.
Oh, well.
And they leave a heck of a welt too.
Yeah, and a little pool of blood.
Yeah. Yeah, they're nasty little suckers.
Yeah. I mean, we know mosquitoes down south, but usually I'm not hanging out with the mosquitoes.
I don't think most people do. They have any sense in their head.
Our little buggers.
I'm gonna slap on some goo here.
Yeah, you didn't like that spray, did you, huh?
Does it have DEET in it?
A little bit. It's like 30%.
Yeah. I'm using this stuff. It seems to be pretty good.
Oh, it's like a lotion?
Yeah, it's not. It doesn't have any DEET in it.
Alright. And your name?
Larry Walter.
Larry Walter. Okay, well, I'm Red Mage. That's your trail name. Red Mage. R-E-D-D-M-A-G-E. It's a video game thing.
Oh, okay.
And
no wonder I don't recognize it.
It was the name of my YouTube channel, and I was putting daily videos up on, on the trail since February 1st.
Yeah.
And that's what the hiking community knew me as this year, so that's the name that stuck. And it's awesome. Got to do a little trail magic. half mile off of US 4.
Mm-hmm.
Cut a log. Yeah, I'm sure you could have done it.
Now you're a Sawyer.
Do what?
Now you're a Sawyer.
A Sawyer?
Yeah.
What's that? That's the terminology for it or something?
Actually, there is a certification, yeah, for the program. So,
Oh, that's like the level under apprentice or something?
well, Sawyer is a general term, so there's different levels of that. There's A, B, and C, and then C certifier. So you usually have to go. I usually have to go down somewhere around your neck of the woods to get recertified every 3 years for a crosscut.
Oh, wow.
But that way I can certify other people and train them.
Oh, that's good.
And it's a lot of fun, too.
Yep.
I think it's quiet.
I did that. Yeah. No. Actually, sorry. We did that, but I helped. Yeah. Awesome. Woohoo.
Something to be proud of. Don't let me forget my stupid plastic wedge there.
Don't forget your stupid plastic wedge there under the tree. No. No, it's all good. But yeah. So again, thank you very much, and this will make day what am I at now? 141 on the trail. So.
Cool.
Awesome.
Well done. Thanks for your help.
And thank y'all for all that y'all do.
It's fun.
Through Vermont and the long trail.
Yeah, and the only thing I'd ask is try to get people your age into it, because all the maintainers are pretty much aging out.
You got it?
You know, I'm in my mid-60s and I'm one of the young ones.
Oh my! Oh wow!
Heinz Trebit's in the next section, and the old section, he's in his 80s. He's still out here with a chainsaw. Crazy Austrian. Really tough little guy. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. All right, well, let me get on into Killington. I'm gonna find some place to stay and some food, and
the inn has got, it's really nice up there in the pass, but here it's too late for you. The next time you see a crosscut saw, if you see this sort of thing, it's sharp.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's just pulling little chips and sawdust, then it's not.
Awesome. Cool. All right, back to the trail. Who knows what we'll come across next? How cool was that? Seriously, when I woke up this morning, I did not expect that I would be able to help with trail maintenance. That was amazing. You know, pushing and pulling on that saw, not something I would want to do, like, you know, all day long right now, because I'm kind of hungry and tired and feet hurt. But no, that was amazing. Like, when I walked up to him, he was taking out his axe, and I kind of joked. I said, you know, I knew I'd find an axe murderer on this trail if I looked hard enough. And he chuckled about that. And then he says, I was about to walk up and ask him if I could, you know, ask him a few questions and, you know, do a little interview with the camera. And he goes, hey, you want to help saw this log? It'll go faster with the 2-man saw. I'm like, can I? Really? Like, do I need to sign a waiver so that, like, I can't sue Green Mountain Club if I, like, saw my foot off or something? And he goes, you probably should, but don't saw your foot off. I'm like, okay, deal. And no, that was fun. That was amazing. We cleared up that little path, you know, lickety split, and then the bugs came out. Oh my goodness, where did those bugs come from? They weren't there when we started, but man, I was trying to hold the saw so that he could wrap that cloth around it. And man, I was doing the hokey pokey dance, man. Those bugs were all up and down my legs. But that was cool. That was an experience. And, you know, people say, and when you're done with the trail, you want to give back to the trail. And I do. And I have to figure out a way to do it, because down in Louisiana, you know, the trail's not down there. So I'll figure something out sooner or later, you know, once the trail's over and done and but a distant memory. Gonna be coming up here soon on the part where the long trail splits off from the AT. The long trail where the AT is joined with it. It's a really nice trail. Northern Vermont, where the long trail continues by itself, is the really, what I've been told, you know, the really gnarly mountains. And, you know, no switchbacks. It's like straight up a mountain, straight down a mountain. You see this big boulder? Don't walk around it. Climb up and over it. So, but we'll get that on the Appalachian Trail soon enough. So, left foot still not very happy in my boot. So, be real glad to get these last 4 miles knocked out so I can get out of these boots. Okay, that's where I just came from. That's the LTAT South, you know, because I came from that direction. And this is the LT North. Notice the white blaze. And this is the Appalachian Trail North. Again, white blaze. And if we spin around a little bit more, they have a sign over there that says this is not a trail. So, we're at the main junction, Willard Gap. Maine, like the state of Maine junction. All right. Appalachian Trail North. Sherburne Pass, 1.4 miles. Griffith Wood, VT 100, which is where I'm kind of heading towards. 2.1 miles. So 2.1 miles to go for today. And this sign says Katahdin is 469 miles. That number may or may not be true. I know we just passed 500 a day ago. I don't think I've gone 30 miles yesterday and today. So, but Katahdin is getting closer. It is getting closer. You know, it was seemed like just a week ago when, you know, you drop that digit off. And, you know, Katahdin's not 1,000 miles anymore. It's 999 miles. And, you know, it's like, whoa. Now that's half of itself again. It's less than 500. But, like I say, it is what it is. And once I get into Killington and situated, I'll figure out, you know, my next step, which pretty sure I'll make it to. Oh wow, I can't even remember the name of the town, but basically it'll be pretty much a 3-day stretch. So that's what I'll resupply for. And that's really how I'm taking it, you know. I'm just looking at, all right, where can I go next? All right, we'll resupply for that. You know, I flipped ahead, looked at the white's elevation gains and drops, but it's just like that's still, you know, outside of my current resupply range. And not that I couldn't, but I just don't want to be that guy, you know, carrying 20 pounds of food, you know, so I could be like, all right, well, I'm gonna get 8 days. I'm gonna just keep going for 8 days because I want to get to the whites. Like, no, nope. Like I said earlier, you know, I tore myself up and I broke down, and I realized what I can do if I had to, if I push myself to my limits. Been there, done that, got that t-shirt. So now it's just enjoying it, and, you know, building back up. So it is probably gonna be another 3-day stretch. I can't think of the name of this town now. It's a big town. Don't get old, people. Your memory's the first thing that goes. No. And there's something on that sign. Of course, it's not what I'm looking for, so I'm gonna keep on going. This is like next level Frogger stuff right here, people. I gotta get across this road. There's hot asphalt. There's these rolling machines. There's cars left and right. This could be the end, people. It could be the end. No, but I do need to run across. Okay. So Frogger survived the first round. Now he's got 30 pounds worth of groceries. Food. Can he make it back across this craziness? Construction and hot asphalt and rollers and frisbee golf course and wooded paths, carrying this giant bag of groceries. We'll find out. Stay tuned. Right there. Half-gallon challenge time. I'm gonna do it. And there's a sub right there. And they're talking about ordering pizza. So without further delay, I'm gonna get my spoon. Alright, people. Half-gallon done. My feet are pretty tore up, and I need to figure out what's going on here, if those are the shoes or what. But yeah, my feet are definitely not happy. That's like powder on them and junk from the socks.